Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with some breaking news on an injury crash in Moorhead. Good evening and thank you for joining us.
The call came in about an hour ago near Highway 10 and 21st Street involving a vehicle and a child on a bike. Police told us the child has been taken to the hospital for what seems to be non-life-threatening injuries. Now, the person who hit the child is said to be cooperative. Police say they're trying to figure out either involved was in the intersection when they shouldn't have been.
Traffic in that area has been rerouted, so getting around is a bit difficult. Check back in with Valley News Live for updates.
Our work week is off to a stormy start, certainly for parts of our viewing area, and it will likely include more by night's end.
Some of that stormy weather has already included good-sized hail. Let's get the latest from Hutch on what's going on and where. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. We have a hot, humid day, and as we head into the evening, a cold front will be passing through, and that's going to kick off some thunderstorms. In fact, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in place right now. The strongest cell is down in Stutsman County, making its way right toward the Jamestown area. You can notice all of the lightning with the most active cells as well. Taking you in on the storm near Jamestown, you see the spinning icon indicating some weak rotation with that cell. But as we take a look at the hail parameter here, the yellow and orange there, hail estimates of 2 to 2.5 inches coming out of this particular thunderstorm cell. This is moving over the pipe stem area as we speak, moving off to the southeast at 25 miles per hour. So Jamestown, brace for the potential in your immediate vicinity by around the close of this broadcast of some large hail. Also moving through northeast portions of North Dakota, a severe thunderstorm has shown some signs of weakening. We could see hail up to 1 inch and gusts to 60 miles per hour as this storm continues to advance into western Walsh County. I'll have updates on when the storm potential will be greatest in your area as they move to the east tonight in a few moments.
Okay, thank you, Hutch. And for all your latest weather updates, download the Storm Team Weather app. You'll be able to follow all the latest conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store.
It's an absolutely urgent concern, and it's pressing, and every day matters.
The crisis is far from over, and it's on the agenda tonight. Fargo Cass Public Health is talking at the City Commission meeting, Fargo that is, about the local opioid crisis in our area.
As Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood reports, what concerns most parents dealing with a loved one's addiction isn't the number of meetings, it's results.
It just knows no borders. It's a disease. And it's a disease people need help with.
Fargo Commissioner John Strand is ready for our community to listen up.
We're hearing more about it all the time, but that's just the surface of what we're getting exposed to. And this issue of opioids it affects people in all corners of society.
Given recent community forums about the crisis, city leaders thought it was time to talk about it at their meeting.
We aren't laying out a plan tonight. What we're laying out this evening is our plan to bring the community together.
Ruth Roman is the executive director with Fargo Cass Public Health. She says they want to organize the resources in town and make them available to those struggling with addiction.
We certainly don't have all the answers, but we also know that there's a lot of work being done in the community.
So we pressed leaders about that work, asking them about any progress being made.
There isn't a necessary plan, but this is the beginning of setting a plan in motion.
It's a formal approach to formalizing an action plan.
A lot of people hear these talks and they're like, great, I'm so glad we're talking about it, but what's next? What can I be doing?
You know, I think one of the things that we've been able to do is free up a staff person who can spearhead some of these collaborative meetings.
It's not going away. It's too often deadly, and it is a public health, human services issue.
Roman adds that although this is the first time this topic is on the city agenda, it won't be the last. In Fargo, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Cass Public Health also announced that a new substance abuse prevention coordinator has been hired. One of her responsibilities is helping to bring different groups together to address the crisis. Look for more on what happened at City Hall tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10.
The Fargo Police Department has identified a man who was killed over the weekend in downtown Fargo after being hit by a train. They say he is 61-year-old Wendell Dakota of Fargo. Police say it happened here at 8th Street North and Main Avenue. There were 2 trains traveling in the area at the time. An eastbound train had just cleared the intersection at 8th Street when a westbound train approached. That's the train that hit Dakota.
A body found near the Flying J Truck Plaza in Grand Forks yesterday morning has been identified. He's 44-year-old Shane Keith Freed of New Dundee, Ontario. Autopsy reports are still pending, but police say it might be a possible suicide. A Grand Forks resident spotted the body about 10:30 Sunday morning in this grassy area on the south side of the Flying J Truck Plaza parking lot and quickly called police. They say that Freed's body showed significant signs of trauma, but foul play is not suspected.
Did it appear the victim had been there for a while, several days, a week?
No, definitely not several days. Exact amount of time he'd been there, unknown at this point, but it was not a matter of days. It was probably more hours than days.
Lieutenant Johnson added it does not appear a firearm was involved in Freed's death and that this incident poses no danger to the public. Police say initial autopsy results regarding Freed's cause of death should be available tomorrow.
An 18-year-old man from Grand Forks is dead after rolling his pickup into a water-filled ditch near Hector International Airport. Police have identified him as Damber Chuahan. The crash happened around 6:30 last night. Police say Chuahan's truck was found upside down in about 3 feet of water. He had to be cut out of the vehicle. Police say another Grand Forks man, Kunal Tamang, is hospitalized here in Fargo, but they say they don't know the extent of his injuries. Police were looking for a third person who was said to have walked away from the crash. He checked in with police this morning. The crash is still under investigation.
It's a turning point for pain sufferers in Minnesota, where patients can now get medical marijuana for treatment. The state's medical marijuana program was expanded on today to include patients disabled by severe and tractable pain, defined by the program as pain which cannot be resolved with medication and cannot be cured by any other means. A 70-year-old grandmother and chronic pain sufferer was the first patient at Minnesota Medical Solutions Lab today.
You know, there's a saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, I'm doing that with medical marijuana after years of taking opiates and experiencing the side effects of those, as well as they're not helping my pain.
Minnesota made medical marijuana legal a year ago. Kyle Kingsley with Minnesota Medical Solutions says since the medical marijuana store opened up over in Moorhead, they have received just shy of 100 patients.
If you work in Minnesota, you might be bringing home a little more money. As of today, the minimum wage is $9.50 an hour for large businesses, $7.75 an hour for small.
Valley News Team's Cornelius Hocker shows you how this is already impacting some people here in the Valley and has others asking whether it's enough.
When even our grandparents, back 50 years ago could find a job right out of high school that could support a family.
Brendan Johnson is getting his first taste of the real world.
Just this summer, I just started living on my own or with a couple roommates and renting a house and stuff. And even now working 2 jobs, I'm finding it a little difficult to, pay the bills and whatnot.
He says it's good Minnesota has been raising its minimum wage over the last 3 years, but
I think that there might need to be a little bit more of an increase just so that, some of those people that are trying to support a family on minimum wage have a chance to actually be able to raise their kids and pay for some of the necessities of raising their children.
Many businesses in the area anticipating this new law have already raised their wages.
The economy in this part of the state is good, and so the workforce issues that we deal with here in Moorhead, really force us as business owners to pay more than the minimum wage just to attract employees.
A worker at this screen printing shop says no matter where you work or how much you're paid, you should always be able to see the positive in your job.
Throughout all the big places in the FM area, like t-shirt shops, they chose us, and we are still one of the stores to still be using manuals, and for them to be impressed with our shirts, it kind of just puts a little more pride into what you do, and kind of gives you it makes you happy doing it.
In Moorhead, Cornelius Hocker, Valley News Live.
In January of 2018, Minnesota will begin adjusting the minimum wage to account for inflation.
Tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. These water balloons are color-filled and are supposed to be easy to use and come out of your clothes cleanly. We tell you if they really do that tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10.
This fall, the Shields Arena will become even more family friendly. Coming up next on Valley News Live at 6, we're going to tell you what's planned.
Severe storms working their way into northeast North Dakota and the James River Valley. Now, the storm approaching Jamestown could have larger than 2-inch diameter hail. Your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up next.